Today on CTV News at 5, getting set for snow in southern Ontario. How crews are preparing as winter weather inches closer. Plus, paid parking. The reason out-of-towners heading to downtown Elora will soon have to shell out some funds in order to visit. And ready, set, glow. Holiday skincare secrets to ring in the season. Nurse Grace joins us with some advice. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Waterloo Region and most of southwestern Ontario bracing for what could be a major blast of winter weather. Environment Canada calling for heavy snow and strong winds, and it all begins overnight. CTV's Jeff Pickle joins us with more on this. Jeff, for some, today was really a day to prepare for what's to come.
That's right, Leanne, and it was also pointed out to me that it might have been the last decent day to get your Christmas lights up, something I have put off and many others have, but also many out there getting ice and snow melters, shovels, some people trying to get their winter tires on at the very last minute. Now, over at Fowler Tire, they are switching tires for 60 to 70 vehicles a day and have been doing so for the last month. They say some calls are coming in for same-day service, but are typically booking people a week or two in advance. Now, when it comes to other snow gear, shovels, snow blowers, salt and ice melter flying off the racks at Bowman's Home Hardware in Cambridge. But they say, like last year, getting your hands on salt and ice melter might be an issue once again.
Some difficulty at one of the salt suppliers. So salt supplies might be tight again this year. Having trouble with softener salt, getting it. Lead times are high. So that's tough, especially when everybody needs ice melter and road salt.
Now, coming up at 6, we'll have much more on the winter weather heading our way and more on how you can prepare. Leanne.
Okay, well, Jeff, I have to say I'm proud of myself this year because I actually do have my winter tires on. And Alex is here as we dive deeper into the forecast. You know, I think this is the earliest I've had my winter tires on during any winter.
Kudos to you, because I know many people still waiting, and even if they booked in advance, just the wait times alone are quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
you've got to start thinking about it in like September.
I know, if not August at this point. And sometimes, yeah, when these winter storms just kind of feel like they come out of nowhere, but we're getting closer and closer to December, so it is the reality of living in Canada.
I'm not ready for this and what's to come because I think it's going to be a messy commute over the next few days.
Yeah, so definitely want to slow down out on the road. So I do want to start with some snow squall watches. And a note, Environment Canada is changing the way that they are issuing some watches and warnings going forward as of today. So, for example, the orange watch, so everywhere in that orange zone, that is considered an extreme level. So anywhere from 30 to 50 centimeters of snow is possible. Yellow watch, the impact level is considered to be moderate, 15 to 30 centimeters. So that's right now for us here in Waterloo Region. We are under that moderate level. But when it comes to wind, there's also a special weather statement. Local blowing snow, we could see wind gusts 70 to 80 kilometers an hour. And of course, as we heard from Jeff, so this is expected to start tonight and possibly last right through until Saturday. So of course, we're going to break down this and more in your full forecast a little bit later. Leanne.
Okay, Alex, thanks very much. Waterloo Regional Police are investigating after a pedestrian was seriously hurt in a crash in North Dumfries. Emergency crews were called out early this morning to Cedar Creek Road. Police shut down the stretch of road between Northumberland Street and Tressler Road while they pieced together what happened. There's no word yet on whether any charges will be laid. Hamilton police are searching for 2 suspects in an alleged hate-motivated assault. Police have released these images of the suspects. They say the alleged incident happened early in the morning on October 25th. Investigators say several people assaulted a member of the transgender community in Hamilton. They're asking anyone with information to get in touch. And a young person in Toronto has been arrested and charged in a terrorism case as a result of a cross-border police investigation. The RCMP say the charges include participating in the activities of a terrorist group by editing and posting ISIS propaganda videos and soliciting firearms for the purpose of carrying out a terrorist activity. The suspect can't be identified because of their age. People visiting Elora's downtown core will be forced to pay up in the new year. Paid parking is being implemented starting January 5th. Center Wellington residents will get an exemption, along with commuters who work downtown. Everyone else will pay $3 an hour. Township officials say this move comes as Elora continues to grow in popularity, especially as a tourist destination.
Parking in Elora has always been subject to a degree of congestion. So with the continued enforcement and then the rollout of parking, really it is to kind of maximize the utilization and get that turnover desired to kind of give everyone ample opportunity to get downtown and experience what we have to offer.
At 6, CTV's Karis Mapp will hear from tourists and business owners to find out how they feel about the decision. We'll take you to break, tell you what you need to know. You can check out the 3rd annual Indigenous Art Market on Sunday, December 7th. It's happening at the Victoria Park Pavilion in Kitchener. Find something special for loved ones between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. And we'll take a live look outside from Main Street in Galt this hour. Yep, the sun has already finished setting. It is dark out there just after 5 o'clock. And as Alex said, we are going to be likely seeing some messy conditions over the next couple of days. She will break that all down coming up in the full forecast. We've got more news and weather coming up. Stay with us. The holiday season is here, and with that, you may have parties to go to. You got to go to work. There's so many things on the go. It is so important to keep your skin looking plump, fresh, and healthy because there's going to be photos, of course. For advice on that, we have Nurse Grace here with us today. It's great to see you again.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you so much for having me. Today, I'm going to be sharing some fun tips and tricks with you. We're going to start off with corrective skincare treatments.
Okay, perfect.
So here we have some microneedling. So microneedling, I highly suggest about 2 to 3 weeks before a holiday party or before a big event because it's going to resurface the skin. It's going to allow baby new fresh skin to come in.
Okay.
So for those who like to dabble in injectables, you may also want to do something like a neuromodulator, which is something like Botox to smoothen out the fine lines and wrinkles.
Okay, so someone looking for this maybe 2 to 3 weeks before your big holiday
Before
event.
the big holiday event, yeah.
Okay.
And it gives it time for everything to settle and just to go back in and fix anything that you may not like.
Okay, we love that, keeping our skin fresh and plump, but we also need to do skincare and keep up with that routine in order to stay hydrated.
Yes, so it's very, very important. In terms of the skincare routine, it's always important to pick a cleanser that addresses your skincare concerns. So here we have our cleansing oil. This is for somebody who needs something for hydration. It's also really good for removing makeup.
Okay.
So as your first cleanse before makeup. Then you have your treatment cleanser. So depending on your skincare concerns, again, if it's pigment, hyperpigmentation, acne, you want a treatment cleanser that will address that.
Okay, so you can go in with both of those.
Yes, so first step and then treatment cleanser is the second step.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
because I find this time of year, it's so noticeable when our skin gets dry and it's irritated. I notice like mine always doing that as the seasons are changing as well and the weather's getting colder.
Yes, and you definitely do not want dry skin before the application of makeup. So I highly suggest like a hyaluronic acid and a moisturizer to plump up the skin.
Okay.
And if you're going to be applying makeup during the daytime, it's really important to apply sunscreen. You remember how I feel about sunscreen.
I know.
Every
You said
single
we
day.
have to apply sunscreen, even though maybe it's not as sunny right now. It's important to apply every day. I learned that from you. So
Yes.
I know that. Okay, you're talking about makeup application. We know that in order for our makeup to go on smooth, we need to do the skincare. How about the makeup?
So with makeup, it's really, really important to use a primer. Today we have the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. It is a luminous primer. So you apply this. It also has a tint. So for those that want their skin to look just like skin, you can apply this, go in with their setting spray, and it will give you some type of a very light coverage.
Okay.
But it is really important to use a primer just so that your makeup can be gripped.
Okay, good for the weekends too. If you don't really want to wear any makeup,
Yeah.
just throw that on. Okay, we've got some foundation as well.
Yes, and you already know how I feel about Estee Lauder.
One of my favorite foundations here.
Yeah, so this
is so good.
is the double wear. Again, it will apply very evenly, a flawless application. They have over 56 shades. So irrespective of your skin tone, your skin color, you're going to find a shade that will complement you.
Yeah, and I find you can always add this to your skin too. You can do just one layer, or if you need a little bit more full coverage, you can do that as well.
You can do that, yes.
Okay, let's talk blush.
Yeah, so I love blush because it does add a little bit of dimension and warmth to the skin. So today we're highlighting some stuff from Estee Lauder and also too from Rare Beauty. One thing that I wanted to highlight about Rare Beauty is their inclusive packaging.
Okay.
Yeah, Selena was very intentional about creating this type of packaging for all abilities. So she worked with a hand therapist to create packaging that was easily accessible for all abilities.
Amazing. Yeah, that's
so
incredible.
It allows you to grip and allows you to open packaging with ease.
Okay, yeah, that's incredible. Okay, we're going to talk about blush application as well, and today we're just going to be using a powdered blush because we have the brush here, but you have some tips for us.
Yes.
So I'm going to kind of be the demo here. You can show us.
All right, so with blush, a really neat trick, especially for those who are new to applying blush, is to create like an L shape. You don't want to apply blush to the apples of your cheek because sometimes that can be very dominating for your makeup. So you create like an L, and then you can just make even strokes and brush up.
Now, did I have it on the right place before or no?
Well, let's just say that
Maybe I need to create that L shape.
Yeah, right? And you apply it to the more highlight of your cheek, and you can always go in with a bronzer if you want that during the evening. So apply it to the bony prominence of the cheek and work your way up towards your hairline. Okay,
let's chat perfume quickly because, of course, we're not ready for the day without our final touch of perfume.
So perfume is that signature piece to your look for the evening. So I like to layer different perfumes. So this is from Kilian. It is apple brandy. And I love this particular perfume because of the ingredients that are in it. So it has cognac, it also has cedarwood, and it gives you an air of sophistication.
Okay, and I was applying it improperly before we were chatting about it. I was rubbing my wrist together, so show me the right way to apply this.
So really, to apply perfume, you want to put it around your wrist, in the inner corners of your elbow.
Okay.
And just allow it to dry.
And let it dry.
Yeah, you can put some behind your ears.
Perfect. Oh, this smells amazing too. Perfect.
And yeah, just allow it to dry. Don't rub it in.
Okay. Well, I think now we're all ready for the holiday season to look and feel our best. Nurse Grace, thank you so much. And I have to say, I love your jacket. You're ready for the holiday party, my dear.
Thank you so much.
Alex is back in the Weather Center, and Alex, we have lots to get to, so I'll send it right over to you because I know there's lots of watches and maybe even some warnings in place at this point.
Yeah, so definitely everyone getting prepared for, of course, that winter driving. So hopefully you already got your snow tires on. We know Leanne did, so kudos to you there, Leanne. But really, this is when we can start to see those squalls start to develop into the overnight hours. So today, pretty nice day in terms of mild conditions. So we take a live look outside. 10 degrees is what we hit today, so hopefully you had a chance to take advantage because over the next several days it is going to look a lot different, but we're also noticing that sun setting earlier and earlier. Quite dark out there right now, and it is only 5:18 p.m. So yes, winter weather is fast approaching and expected to stick with us, but we are inching closer and closer to the month of December. So starting with, of course, snow squall watches that we are keeping a close eye on. So one thing to note, Environment and Climate Change Canada did change the way in terms of their coding system. So it is now a three-level color-coded system. So between yellow, orange, and red, that is to reflect, of course, the severity of the watch or warning level. So right now, snow squall watches, so anywhere in the orange here, that is considered in terms of an extreme impact level. So anywhere from 30 to 50 centimeters of snow is possible. A yellow watch. So that's what we are in right now here in Kitchener, Waterloo, Brantford area as well. For example, that impact level is considered to be moderate. So anywhere between 15 and 30 centimeters possible. Now, of course, local blowing snow, that is something great concern when we are out on the roads and we are experiencing those strong wind gusts as well. So again, this is expected to start tonight, possibly lasting right through until Saturday. So a special weather statement also in place when it comes to those strong winds. So 70 to 80 kilometers an hour, reduced visibility, that prompting, of course, some more local blowing snow as well. And whiteout conditions, especially if you are joining us from any rural areas. Those back roads, they can get quite slick, but also visibility, a major concern when we are seeing strong winds like this. Utility outages possible, and really preparing your vehicles, making sure you potentially have a shovel in the back of your trunk, as well as just some supplies, some water, and even a blanket or two. So in terms of snowfall amounts by Friday evening, at this point right now, Kitchener-Waterloo, our system's reading about 16 centimeters possible that we could see by the end of the day Friday. 19 for Guelph, 17 centimeters potential for Shelburne. So we did hit a daytime high, as we noted, of 10 today, but currently 2 degrees, so it is getting cooler and cooler right now here in Waterloo Region. Many other areas sitting in that single-digit territory. -1 in terms of the overnight. That cloud expected to stick with us, and again, 40% chance of flurries is what we were expected to see in terms of developing, and that blowing snow expected overnight, and we could see anywhere from 2 to 4 centimeters possible in terms of accumulation. And then tomorrow, daytime high, 0 flurries, snow squalls, as we saw there, expected for most of the day, and again, more local blowing snow. When we look at tomorrow alone, potentially we could see around that 10 centimeters or so. Today, though, we were definitely above seasonal for this time. Normal for this time of year is 3 degrees, and yes, the sun is setting. We chatted about it a bit before. 4:49 in the afternoon now. It is officially going down. Okay, over the next few days, we might not get a dose of vitamin D for quite some time. That cloud cover pretty much going to be with us from tomorrow right through to the weekend. That is what's expected, as we could see plenty of flurry activity, snow squalls, and ranging anywhere from 2 degrees to -1 in terms of our daytime highs. So quite cool. And yes, we are getting that blast of winter-like weather. Leanne, I'll send it back over to you.
Certainly important to keep in mind as we head out on the roads. Alex, thanks so much. Let's find out what's trending today. Baseball fans are being given the chance to own a piece of World Series history, courtesy of a Toronto Blue Jay. The ball Addison Barger hit for a grand slam in Game 1 of the World Series is going up for auction. The homer was the first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history. The person who caught the ball is putting it up for sale. I'm sure they'll make a pretty penny off that as well. And the Toronto Maple Leafs will be looking to snap a 2-game losing skid when they face off with the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. The team practiced at the Ford Performance Center yesterday before beginning a 5-game road swing. The struggling team has lost 7 of their last 10 and are currently in last place in the Atlantic Division. Puck drop for tonight's game against the Blue Jackets is set for just after 7 p.m. in Columbus. Still ahead on CTV News at 5, a shifting retail landscape. Why the future of Kitchener's only Toys R Us store may be in jeopardy, and what the future might hold, coming up. In tonight's Digital Dive, a new vision for a historic building in Stratford. Speaking to a packed room last night, a local architect presented his ideas for the Grand Trunk Railway site, also known as the Cooper site. You can find out more about the plan on our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca. Now the final 5 stories we're keeping an eye on. The holiday shopping season is here, and that could pack a punch for your wallet. Equifax says credit card balances are expected to peak in December, with missed payments already on the rise. The agency says 1.45 million consumers missed a credit payment in the last financial quarter. That's up by 40,000 people from the previous quarter. The report also found delinquencies are up among younger consumers. And with less than a month left before Christmas, the future of Kitchener's only Toys R Us may be in jeopardy. A for sale sign has been posted on the property, but what that means for the business remains unclear. The company has been clawing its way through financial issues for a few years now. That's according to a marketing professor who says they've been unable to adapt to a changing retail landscape.
They can't compete with Amazon, in terms of the number of available items that they sell, they can't compete with Walmart or Costco in terms of price, and Elora, of course, in terms of price. So they're kind of in the middle.
It's still unclear if or when the store will close permanently or if the location is looking for new ownership. Ashley Bacon will have reaction from customers coming up at 6. The latest forecast from RE/MAX suggests Canada's housing market is set to rebound next year. The report says strong demand from potential home buyers and built-up inventory could pave the way for an increase in sales. RE/MAX Canada expects national home sales will rise by 3.4% next year. The forecast says inventory has grown 21% in Ontario. That's expected to lead to balanced conditions for buyers, with average prices likely to fall 3.7%. And a new report suggests more Canadians are dying while they're on the wait list to receive crucial medical care. Think tank secondstreet.org filed Freedom of Information requests for that data across the country from April 2024 and March of this year. In that time, nearly 24,000 patients died while waiting for surgeries or diagnostic procedures. That marks a 3% increase from the year before. The report says some jurisdictions provided partial data, but Alberta and some parts of Manitoba provided none, so the true total is likely higher. Okay, finally for us, a Waterloo Regional Police Constable has been awarded the Ontario Medal for Police Bravery. Matthew Cabral received the recognition for his actions back in February in an incident a bystander captured on camera. It happened at a busy Kitchener intersection and involved the arrest of a man who was at one point walking toward Cabral with a hatchet.
At the end of the day, every time I respond to a call, I'm a human being first and a police officer second, and I take that same step with that situation that unfolded that day. At the end of the day, that person I'm looking at is someone's son, could be someone's father, and I truly just want to ensure that everybody around me, including him, were safe.
Cabral managed to hold off the man until other officers arrived and helped with an arrest. He says receiving the award feels surreal, and he was just doing his job that day. Well, like he said, keeping himself and others safe as well. Certainly glad he was recognized for all that effort that he put in on that day. All right, that's it for us. We'll be back at the top of the hour with your next local news. First, a look at our toy mountain that continues to grow. And just a hint, we'll be adding to it tonight, but not in studio. We're heading out in the community. Join us at 6 for that and more. Good night.